Are you gonna do it?
Right now?
Today, I'm going to talk to you about a huge problem facing America today. Small farms are failing. And in my research, I was actually able to find two reasons. First reason, economies of scale. Now, what economies of scale is, a larger company is able to produce a product at a lot cheaper rate than a company that's producing the exact same product with not so much, right? That's why we're able to go to our local market, like Walmart or something like that, and buy, I don't know, carrots pretty darn cheap, like what, quarter a carrot maybe? Now, if you compare that to maybe like the local farmer's market, there it might be more like 75 cents to $1. And there's pretty good reasons why. You know, generally it's going to be better for you, hasn't been modified, and we'll actually get into that here in a little bit and what that might actually mean. And my second reason being, Monsanto is trying to monopolize the market. Now what that means is a company is monopolizing. So in this particular example, this company has pretty much put a lot of small farms out of business. If we actually look at this particular chart here, we're looking at how much Monsanto, and we're actually comparing two products, corn and soybean. And we're comparing how much, and if we can see, Monsanto does 85% of what, compared to what small farmers would do there, which would be 15. So they produce that much corn. Can you imagine that? That's a huge amount. And then if we look at the soybean acreage compared to small farmers, it's 92%. So small farmers only produce 8% of soybean. That's just incredible. How they can produce all that, and you know, our friends and family, our local farmers, they're only producing so little. Now, I would also like to share this really interesting story I came across as far as how they're also able to put small farmers out of business. This Monsanto farm, I'm not sure if y'all know what pollination is, but this Monsanto farm planted plants next to this other farm, right? And what happened is the wind blew, pollinated the neighboring farmers' property, their plants. Well, what's interesting about Monsanto is they create what's called GMOs, which stands for genetically modified organisms. And that is copyrighted or patented, meaning you can't just go sell their product, right? It belongs to them. So these farmers, right, crops right next to it, the wind blows, now their plants are pollinated by Monsanto's copyrighted material. So what does this mean? That means you just can't go sell other people's stuff, right? But you might be thinking, well, they didn't plant it, but technically the GMO, it's still Monsanto. So what will they do? They actually turn around and sue these small farms. Can you believe that? They sue them for millions of dollars. I don't know about y'all, but I know these small farms can't, you know, sustain $1 million lawsuit. So they're just getting put out of business because, I don't know why. Because they're stealing property from them. I don't think that's right. So what can we actually do? My solution would be to support local farmers. And how you may be able to do that, a lot of towns will have something that's called the farmer's market. Generally it's held on Sundays. I'm sure if you got, you know, in touch with your local town hall, they could provide a lot of this information for you. Thank you for your time. Good, better, no?
Very good, very good.
That makes me love it.
I think it's really good.
What happened last time? Did you get 100 last time?